it's me, it's Nita, and I'm back, your favorite diva, to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 2, episode 15, To Martell the Truth. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to let the diva know you stopped by. We are going to be talking about Miss Wanda, thicker than a snicker. We gonna be talking about congratulations, the men, baby. And we're gonna be talking about the kids, smelling the kids. Them poor kids. Them poor kids. Okay, so we back at the Halloween party where we left off at. Tisha is mad about her mom being sanctioned from the events. So, she's going on telling Kimmi that she was being rude when she greeted her. Kimmi insists that she was not. She was stating a fact. Then Marcel co-signs his wife and say that you were rude, and he's like, you're saying it rude now. And I was like, she didn't even repeat what she said. She just said, I stated a fact, and she said it a matter of factly, and she said it assertively, not aggressively, assertively. And you know, just because we're not talking like passive aggressive Tisha, no, we're talking about somebody who takes accountability and is saying that what she said what she said. She didn't belong this, or whatever you get, that's what you get. So basically they're going back and forth. Marcel was like, of course, like I said, he's still saying that there was 2 infractions. You know, Tisha inviting her mom, or her mom coming uninvited, and then you being rude. She was like, no, fuck that. We're not doing that. It's not going to be a wash. She was wrong. Start from the beginning, and that's that. Cause like at the end of the day, like we don't get no apology. Y'all ruined my family's graduation, Jalen's graduation. Like, no, out of order. Y'all was just all the way out of line. There was no apology. Didn't nobody say nothing. Like, and then y'all sitting up here trying to put, you know, shift the fault onto me, and I have to walk away from my child's graduation. Bitch, I would have told them to get the stepper. All 3 of them. Boop, boop, boop. Fuck out. I'm not leaving nowhere where I plan an event. But, you know, anyway, Kimmi kept it cute. But guess what, girl? Oh, boy. It was just a mess. It was a mess. So, like I said, Tisha, she was looking good in that catsuit, but she took her kids and she had them by the hands and she was dragging them and walking off and storming off. Girl, she was mad. She was stomping. You know how your kids stomp? When you fuss at them, she was stomping. I was just like, Tisha has no logic in her rebuttal. Like, it was just like a, but, like Kimmi said at the table, there are no buts. So we see Mel, she's at the studio singing her little breakup song. She sounded decent. She sounded no worse than these other girls out here. The Tammy Flockers, and I know, all of that, same thing. She didn't sound bad. Marcus comes up and tells Mel that he was looking for her at the meeting, and she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not a person that usually flake, but she was just saying the headspace that I was in, I felt like it could be a situation where I go off. And so to protect her energy, she stayed home. I think you could have sent him a text or something like that, but you know, we need a scene for TV, right? Right. So He said that the meetup did not go well. He spoke to Martell, and he basically came up to him, and he was like, you know, he told him what his son said. Not his son, I think he said kids. So I don't know if it was, you know, like a cosign, like some other kids or one of the kids or something like that. And they was like, you know, and I think it was on some get back shit. Like, he was like, you gonna tell your kids in a derogatory way that I like boys? I'm married to a whole man. Yeah, like, duh. Like, what does that got to do with anything? What does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Like, so I think that was a get back move, because I know he had to know that that wasn't gonna go over well. But I'm glad he said it. He might have been a little bit out of pocket, but I don't give a fuck. Martell ain't gonna be out here disrespecting everybody in Huntsville and Atlanta and think he gonna get away with it. No. So yeah, he told my husband, I don't know what his name is, told my husband that he wanted him to be their daddy, and that he didn't want to go home. So check that. And then he blowing up, and she was just like, she was like listening, because I guess she heard him, like, you know, she was there and heard the interaction, so she knows the context of what it was said and how it was said or whatever. So I don't think she felt anything was wrong with it. So he was like, Martell started cussing him out, talking about he was gonna beat my motherfucking ass and all this other stuff, and he was getting all huffed up in the chest or whatever. But I told him he was gonna walk away, and he did. This old bitch ass. Walk away from somebody that's like, hello, come on. Listen, what you're not gonna do is be disrespecting me. And that's what he said. So, yeah, Mel was like, you know, that's that narcissistic trait that's in him. She said she really didn't know that she was being emotionally and mentally abused until she stepped out of the situation. And a lot of times you really have to take yourself out of the situation. That's why people go to therapists, or some people go to people that are non-biased, where if you tell them the story, the reflection that they give you is from a neutral standpoint. And the fact that she was able to do that herself, and I don't know, she might be working with somebody, but self-reflection is a key to finding out a lot of things, like, because when you're in the thick of it, you don't see it. And so yeah, so I'm glad she had a lot of self-reflection. It seems like she's really working to heal herself and get back on her right track. A lot of times when you get hurt, it will tear you up, and if you're not properly healed, it will manifest in different ways and unhealthy ways. So it's always best to just do the work, get past it. So Mel meets up, she then later meets up with the lady that was the playwright and the playwright and the director of the play that she was supposed to star in. But because of the pandemic, she wasn't able to. Everything was cut off. So she goes to the pumpkin patch with the kids, and she was saying, like, it's bittersweet in her confessional, because these are the things that we did as a family, and that is going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a little while. Apparently the lady is her life coach as well, and you know, they were sitting there and they was playing with their pumpkins and stuff like that. So the kids was like, you know, asked her, where are your children? And then she said, my son is with his father. And then so the little girl was like, oh, so she said, we got a divorce. She was like, oh, so he goes back and forth, like me and we go back and forth with mommy and daddy. And that little girl, she looked like she had to be all of 4 years old, and she already got it. It already clicked. Divorce, going back and forth, we in different houses. 4 years old. She got it. She a smart little cookie too. She a mess too. I think they call her Boss Baby or Boss Lady or something like that. Hey girl, that's my nickname. So while she's there and she's asking them questions and stuff like that, I'm not going to talk about all the questions she's asking, but most of the kids are talking except for the oldest girl. And she was very, very quiet. And later on in the episode, Siddarth will break down what happens with usually the older children when divorce happens. And so it just looked like something was wrong. She was just so quiet. She wasn't sharing. She wasn't really participating. She was just there, not acting out or anything like that. But I just like, ooh, my heart just kind of. And then the little girl, I don't even understand. I didn't like the questioning. I didn't even understand why the life coach asked, who do you want to be with, mommy or daddy, or who do you like being with, mommy or daddy. I thought that was real divisive, and I don't think that was an appropriate question for kids that are under 10 years old. I think if they were preteens or teenagers, it might have been okay, but I don't know. I just didn't like that line of questioning. It just felt kind of intrusive and kind of wrong, like you don't want to try to set the kids up against their parents or something like that. We're co-parenting. That's what we're going to do. So the little middle baby, the boss baby, said, she was like, I want to live with daddy because he the ice cream boy. I said, the ice cream boy? Okay. She said, yeah, he gives us Rocky Road ice cream with cookies. I said, boss baby, you a mess. That's the only reason why she won't live with daddy. Girl. Okay. But Martell Jr. says that he has to take care, he got to be with his mom because he has to take care of her and he has to protect her because daddy was acting like a crazy man when mommy was just trying to come get her clothes. And that was just a lot. That was sad. Like, that was sad. Like, I wonder how Martell feels when he actually watches this back. That's a sad state of affairs. All that you did, all that running around for 5 years, cheating, getting taken back, cheating, getting taken back, cheating, have a baby with your wife, then cheating, then have a baby with your side bitch. My nigga, you fucking up. That's disgusting. He was just like, when mommy cries, I have to make her feel better. I was just like, it was just sad. And that goes to show you, just because you are a present father or you're in a 2-parent household, don't mean you're a good father. It just means your ass is dead. Most time, not doing much. And because it's such a norm for the black man to not be in the household with the kids, men who do it, they think they supposed to get a motherfucking pat on their back for doing what you supposed to do. Those your kids. You don't get no pat on the back, nigga. No. Kimmi and the guys are at a sporting goods store. They're doing this glamping, camping trip, or whatever I call it, glamping, because they was acting like some divas, especially Martell. Martell was the head of the diva squad. They don't have no idea. Like, I don't think none of them been camping before. Maybe it's a dart or whatever, but that's not their ministry. So they in there trying to figure out what they supposed to get. And Kimmi said something interesting, because she was like, I'm just here to make sure Maurice doesn't go overboard in his spending just for this one night, this camping trip. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I don't know. I felt like she said something else about money. Like, are your finances a little shaky or something like that? Like, I don't know. But she said something about money the other time. About the office space. Like, you going overboard trying to keep up with the Joneses. Yeah, y'all remember? So yeah, she's there to oversee the money, child. And then she was teasing them like they don't know what to do. She said, y'all still ain't even pick out enough, and y'all too busy sitting up here gossiping, because they were just going back and forth and talking or whatever. Y'all not even taking care of business. Y'all up here gossiping. Maurice said men don't gossip. Yes, the fuck y'all do. What you call it? It's another name for a man. Wanda and Marceau. Okay, so Wanda is in the kitchen with her. She's in the kitchen with her kids, her grandkids, and so she don't just have Tisha and Marceau's kids. She has her other grandkids too. So it's quite a bit of kids in there. And you know, he's still talking about the small house that they're in. He was like, "Let me talk to you for a minute." And she was like, "Yeah, what?" He was like, "Oh, what are you coming with that energy for?" She was like, "What do you want, Marceau?" And then he says, "Kimmi sanctioned you from the events, from future events." And she said, sanction, what's that? What's that word? What that word mean? I said, ooh. He said, "You can't come, Wanda." Of course she was annoyed. And you know, just going back and forth with him. And he explained that we always is left with your aftermath, and we always have to be apologizing and defending you if need be. And we tired of it. And he's like, "You know what?" He was like, "Wanda, you know, like in the color purple with the glass." He was like, You're a pretty good person, pretty decent person for the most part." He was like, "So 90% of this glass is water, but the other 10% is piss." I said, Miss Wanda was like, what she say? She said, "You not gonna fucking talk, not fucking." She like, "You not gonna talk to me like you talk to Tisha. You not gonna talk to me like you talk to Tisha. That's why I don't like your ass now." And he was like, "You up here sucking up the air in my house, and then you sitting up here talking about you don't like me." She was like, No, I don't like you." We already knew you didn't like him, Mom. And he was just basically, bottom line, you need to learn how to act. You not gonna talk to me like you talk to Tisha. That's why I don't like your ass now. And then she gets up and sashays her little butt up the stairs or whatever. And he was like, "You gonna clean this table? You gonna clean this table?" And she said, "Clean this your damn self." And he looking at her in the leather pants going up the stairs talking about you thicker than a Snicker. That boy is a damn fool. He is a fool. Martell and Kimmi are talking, and I forget what this scene was about, but I remember him talking to her about, you know, the divorce isn't going well, and the kids aren't doing well, and, you know, we're having problems, and, you know, the friend group. And she was like, "Yeah, divorce is hard on everyone, especially the kids. It's hard on the friend group. It's hard on the couple. It's hard on the friends. It's hard on the family. It's hard for everybody. Everything." And at the end of the day, I would have said, "Is it worth it? Is it? 80-20 rule, and you went for your 20. Was that 20 worth it?" Mm-hmm. Okay. The guys go glamping, camping. They don't know what the hell they doing. When they was riding, even when they was riding up there, oh, y'all, my back hurt. when they was riding up there, Martell beeping the horn, talking about, I'm trying to scare all the animals away. He's trying to scare the animals away with a horn. Okay. Let me know how that work out for you, Marcel. check with me in the morning. Oh, so anyway, they all pretty much get there. Everybody except for Marcel. Now, you do know Tisha's out of town, right? And we got a boys trip, and all of a sudden Marcel is a no-show. Yeah, he could have been in the car wreck. That could be possible, but I don't know. Something smell a little fishy about that. I don't know. Well, we see. He texting the pictures. They all dramatic, especially Maurice. I was like, well, damn, you would think the police had him on the ground or something. Like, I ain't know what the hell. Or even I thought the car was like smashed to smithereens. Like, the hood of the car was jumped up, bumped up a little. Anyway, so he not coming. Then the fellas get to talking and shooting and shit or whatever. Sadar takes Martell over to the side, and I think they were blowing up the blow-up mattress or something. They was teasing him because everybody else bought a sleeping bag and he bought a blow-up mattress. I told you, he is a bitch-made nigga. Oh, and Wanda said something about his tight pants. She like with his tight pants self. So he broke it down in layman's terms about how his parents' divorce affected him and his siblings. He said that, we were around about that same age as your kids, and the kids really took it hard, especially the older kids, because the older kids have been in the family unit as a family longer than the younger kids. The young kids 4 and the baby, like, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. But the middle kids that's like 8 and 9 and 10 and 11, that's a hard time for them. And then they're going into adolescence and puberty and stuff like that. So he was like, it might be some acting out, something like that. But he was just like, you just kind of have to hang in there with them, and you make sure you check on them. You make sure you be present. If they start to act out, it might be something along the lines of that. And he basically just kind of broke it down. I liked into morsels for his little stupid head. So I liked the way he did that. I appreciated that. And yeah, so anyway. Then they all get together around a campfire to, of course, gossip. And the hottest tea around town right now is Martell's mistress of 5 years is knocked up. Listen, we're not gonna blame Melody because you've been having a 5-year affair, sticking your raw dirty dick in her, and got your side chick / girlfriend / sister wife pregnant. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna blame Mel for that. I mean, it was just so like they were sitting around the thing. They kept on talking about reconciliation. Like, how many times do you think we're gonna reconcile? How many times, really? They must have really thought that she was some kind of fool. Well, all these men got their wives looking like fools down to the national TV. But y'all really thought? And then he admits that she's pregnant, and then gonna say, he was like, well, how'd that get out?
Well, Mel put that out.
No. Arion's stomach gonna grow and it's gonna be out. You put it out when you put your seed in her. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, Martell? You sound like an idiot. I mean, just know, like, his warped sense of reality. Like, are you in WandaVision? Like, I need you to get it together. Then when he said something about the baby, he admitted to the baby, Maurice gonna say, is it yours? I'll be dead to the bed. He said the timeline adds up. Now, if this man has a 5-year girlfriend and she turns up pregnant, why is the question, is the baby yours? He says the timeline adds up. And then, of course, they start doing the blame game and trying to, would you go back and all this stuff. He said, of course he would, but that's not an option. Reconciliation is off the table. Mel has drawn her line in the sand. One baby too late, but whatever. As long as we there, we there. It's over. So Dark dumbass says, well, congrats, man. Congrats. On the side, baby. The baby in a relationship that broke his happy home, broke his marriage up, his family up. Okay. Congratulations, Martell. You did that. And you gonna have to stew in them consequences, boy. What y'all think about this episode? That's it, y'all. What y'all think about the episode? Congratulations. Y'all telling y'all boys with the side baby, congratulations. Oh, I ain't know that's what you do in the club. So, like, don't put it past me. I don't put it past me at all. I was just like, congratulations. All right, y'all. What y'all think about Kimmi and Tisha? Whose side you, Team Kimmi or Team Tisha? If you Team Tisha, log off my channel and good night. Team Kimmi over here. What you think about Wanda? Wanda and Marceau. Wanda be getting Marceau ass together. All the men. She be getting the men together. I love it. But then she got some mess with her too. But anyway, y'all, that's the episode. I ain't gonna make it too long. I gotta call y'all back for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So stay tuned.